Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Thank you for tuning into today's video. Today I want to share 3 easy Dollar Tree DIYs that you guys can use for your farmhouse decor. So I am all about using Dollar Tree or $1 items, sprucing them up and making them fit into your style. So even if you're not into the farmhouse decor, you can really think outside of the box with the items that I'm going to share and make them fit into your decor. So if you guys like this video or if you like the channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Without further ado guys, let's get started on these DIYs. For our first DIY, I wanted to share how you can use these Dollar Tree pineapples in your decor. I wanted to repurpose them because they did look a little bit small to me, so I decided to pick up 2 of the white pineapples. They also have them in gold and silver. I'm also going to be using one of these white plates. This is a larger plate. I also have a smaller plate that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to use some E6000 glue to adhere my pineapple to the center of the plate. Now we're going to take the smaller plate and adhere it to the top of the pineapple using a large amount of E6000 glue. You want to make sure that everything is being stuck together really well. This way it won't come apart. You can wash it. Like, the chances of it coming apart is going to be really slim to none. Rather than using super glue where it may come apart, I definitely think E6000 is the way to go. Now take your last pineapple, use the E6000 glue and adhere it to the center of the smaller plate. Put something heavy on the top and let it dry for at least 24 hours. I saw a gold version of this being sold for at least $100 and something online. My version only costs $4 or $5 and it looks so chic, so cute. You could use it in your bathroom, you could use it for a party, you could put your makeup on here. I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I feel like it looks really good. You would never have known that you got it from the Dollar Tree, and it took 0 effort at all. Like, it was so easy to do. So I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. For DIY number 2, we're going to be using the Dollar Tree glass bottles. They have like this beautiful pattern on the front, so we're going to be kind of distressing it with chalk paint. So I saw this Vaseline method in another video where they use Vaseline on the areas that you're going to distress. So I'm going to be using some of this Vaseline petroleum jelly, which is at the Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using chalk paint that I got from from Walmart. It's the Waverly brand, as well as a sponge to put on all of the paint. So I'm going to start by taking the Vaseline and I'm going to use a good amount of it on the lettering on the bottle. Anywhere that I want to distress or do away with the chalk paint, that's where I'm going to put the Vaseline. So I'm really concentrating it on the letters, on like the outside. You guys will see where I distress it, but I'm really trying to focus on the lettering on the bottle, and I'm going to do that for all 3 of these bottles. Next, we're going to use our sponge to paint all of the bottles, and I like to use a sponge with chalk paint because the messier you are when you use chalk paint, the easier it is to distress. You don't need to be neat and pristine right on. It's like the messier for chalk paint, the better, which I really like. I also like that it dries really fast. So I'm just going over the bottle and I want to make sure that it's kind of opaque as possible. So I did about like 1.5 coats. It did dry and I went over any areas that I could still see through, but I did not do like 2 full coats. So I did that for all of my bottles, and once they were dry, then we moved on to distressing the front of them. When all 3 of the bottles were dry, I then went in with a nail buffer to take all of that paint right off the letters. You could use a low grit sandpaper to do this as well, but I feel like the nail buffers at the Dollar Tree are really inexpensive and they work really well for doing the distressing. So I just went over to try to make it look old. I did a little bit on the back, but I really tried to focus it on the front, and I absolutely adore the way that they turned out, and it was really, really easy to do. I'm not sure if the Vaseline helped, but I feel like the finished product was exactly what I wanted wanted. I've seen a lot of these versions on Pinterest and I really liked the way that they looked, so I'm so happy that I did it for mine, and I think they look really beautiful with the Dollar Tree flowers inside of there. Does anybody wish that these flowers would come back? I cannot find them anywhere, but these are the ones that I do have and I love them inside of the bottle. For the last and final DIY, I wanted to share with you guys how I updated this home sign to make it fit into my home decor. I love the sign, but I absolutely could not stand the butterflies on there. I feel like it just really threw off the whole look of the sign. So here's what I did to remove them and update it to fit into my style. Using a butter knife and the nail buff, we're going to be able to remove the butterflies. Because this is like particle board, it's not real wood. This way works out just fine. If you have real woodworking tools, that may work better, but this is how you can do it if you don't. I just flipped it over and I'm going to use the butter knife just to saw off the butterfly. I want to make sure that I'm keeping the same shape of the letter so that it doesn't get completely thrown off. So I did kind of follow the outline of the M. And once it was all taken off and it was buffed down, it ended up looking really, really nice. And because we are going to paint this, it's going to be fine. So for about 45 minutes, no, it wasn't 45 minutes, it was probably like 15 minutes it took me to saw this off. It did take a while. So if your husband has some type of tool, that might work better, or you can get like a little saw, that may work okay. But this is what I had at home and it did work out just fine. Once the butterfly comes off, now use the nail buffer to buff out any of the jagged edges. This is going to make it smooth and make it easy to paint over so that it looks just like the other letters. I also use the buffer to remove some of the paint so that when we do paint it with the white chalk paint, the blue doesn't peek through. That first part of the project is probably the longest, but once it's done, then you can move on to painting your letters. Before you paint it, I would definitely suggest giving it a coat of white spray paint. I did not do this. I just used the chalk paint that I used from earlier, and I'm going to go into all of the little cracks and crevices and paint those white. But if you spray paint it first, you won't have to like go in as hard to all of like the little inside parts. But I'm just going to give it one coat of the white chalk paint, and then I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to do another coat, and then we're going to go in and distress it a little bit. Once she's all dry and distressed, you can place it on the table or on the wall, and it fits so much better into almost any decor without the butterflies, and it didn't really take that much work. Now, it is not perfect, but I love it so much more now that the butterflies are gone and it's white, because I really can place it anywhere in my house. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So those were all 3 of the easy Dollar Tree DIYs. Let me know what you think of all of them in the comment section. If you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would definitely urge you to subscribe. We're all about living a fabulous life on a budget. We do Dollar Tree hauls, DIYs, and just that budget life. So subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. If you guys like the video and you want to help out the channel, give it a thumbs up or share it with a friend. As always, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys are all doing amazing, and I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye, you guys.